was my topic that I had written down was reaching out to past schoolmates.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever reached out to someone random that you went to school with, or like have you ever had a question for anyone? Or
No.
randomly message it? No.
People message me, but I've never reached out to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple years. Here's the story. A couple years after I graduated, in high school, there was this football player. I won't say names, but he was just like not nice to me. You know, like for like no reason. He was just like, I don't know, not like he didn't like bully me, but like I don't know. It was just like I got like weird vibes from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could tell he didn't like me, and I was just like, whatever, man, whatever. Come, to find out, so I graduated high school, and I moved to college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like sitting in my dorm. I get a message from him from Facebook, and he was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was just like, "Hi." Like, what? He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm just like, living far, far away from you. Like, what? Why? What do you want? I was in Pittsburgh, and he was, still in Ohio. And he was just like, well, I just wanted to see, if you wanted to, like, hang out sometime, do something. I always liked you, so you're pretty, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, what the hell, man? Like, you were, like, such a dick. And then, so I was just like, well, no. Like, I don't want to hang out with you. But then he would message me, like, once a year.
I feel like you brought this guy up before. Is this the one that works at the pizza shop?
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Okay, and then he was also messaging your friend.
My friend.
Okay.
And then, but we didn't know that at the time. And then at the pizza shop, I'd be like, man, that guy used to message me like once a year asking me out. And she was like, me too.
He was just a horn dog, I bet.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I've had like other people message me. People know I work for like a vet now. And so I've had randos message me with, like, pet questions, which is fine. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
But, like, don't ask me to hang out. I don't know. I'm going to say no.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Did you reach out? Did people message you?
I mean, this was weird. Because after that girl had posted something about, like, our 10-year school reunion is next year. What are some places to have, good places, whatever. Mm-hmm. This is before I even made that Somewhere with Booze post. Mm-hmm. She sent me a friend request. Now, see, I was kind of cool with her, but she was kind of with the popular clique. So, I mean, she was an acquaintance to me. Sure. Which is a majority of my class anyway. Mm-hmm. But, like, there was also those jocks that would be, like, douchey. But then, like, those snobby girls. I was friends with, now that I think about it, I was friends with some of the girls. And they had to have unfriended me because I don't unfriend people. Mm-hmm. There was a popular guy that I was friends with, but he unfriended. Like I don't unfriend people. Like I have to really dislike you.
I unfriend people left and right.
Like it's just not something I do.
Love it.
It's not something I do. And
like if I don't want to see your shit, goodbye.
Yeah, like
I unfriended my mom at one point.
No, see, I did that to my whole family because. Okay, here's the story. Back in 2010. Let's go back to 2010. Okay, so I have a cousin who has a big mouth, but it's basically a game of telephone with her. Mm-hmm. So anything I post on Facebook, she'll twist the story in any way she can to make it sound as dramatic as possible. So anything that I post, she would run back to my family and be like, "Did Tommy do this? Did he do this? Whatever with that?" And I'm just like, I had to unfriend my whole family. Yeah, because I was just like, if you're going to believe her, the biggest mouth of this family, I'm going to need you to come to the source first. Yeah. Like, don't listen to this hearsay about whatever she has to say, because I'm going to be the one to tell you what this status meant. Yeah. So, like, I remember one time, I think it was for Father's Day back in 2010, I was working at the hotel up in Findlay. Mm-hmm. My stepdad let me drive his Mustang to work on Father's Day. Weird, but cool. I'll take it. So, on my way to home that night, there was a deer in the road or something, like about to cross the road or something. And I made a status saying, like, oh my God, there's a deer in the road driving my my stepfather's Mustang on Father's Day, blah, blah, blah. I think it was her that she had, like, she was texting my mom saying, like, did Tommy hit a deer? I said nothing about hitting a deer. There was a deer in the road, like, that I almost hit with my stepfather's Mustang. So
I'm sure that blew up.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it didn't really blow up, but it was just, like, the way that she twisted the story, like, I had her worried. But really was her own mind because she twisted up that whole status. I didn't say anything about hitting a deer.
Yeah, I would have unfriended her immediately. Yeah. Like, get the hell out of here.
My whole family is basically disowning her, though, because there's just so much going on with her. But yeah, so this one girl, like all these people, all these people that I was friends with back in high school on Facebook are miraculously not my friends on Facebook anymore. I know one of the girls, me and her, we would talk about the real world here and there from time to time because she would watch it sometimes. Me and the popular guy, me and him, we were cool, but we didn't have like anything in common. We would just talk like chill here and there. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything, though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, social media also plays a big part in it, too, because you also get to keep updated with all these friends instead of, like...
I'm not friends with, like, a lot of people I went to high school with.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I just don't...
I mean, I'm friends with these girls, like, this group of girls. They're, it was a group of 4 girls. Courtney was one of my main squeezes. There were 2 Kendras. They were BFFs. Like, you could not separate them.
That sounds really scary. Sounds like, honestly...
Do you remember the Ambers on Bad Girls Club?
No.
Season 3, I think?
I don't remember that.
With Natalie? Oh my god. Okay, so those Ambers on that season of Bad Girls Club, they were inseparable because they had the same name. That's why, like, I want to find some guy who has the same name as me.
Oh my god.
Like, I think that's so cool. I don't know why.
BFFs.
And then there's also Shay. Shay moved up to Michigan, I think. But yeah, I'm friends with, I think, all of them. Yeah, I mean, just keeping up with them through Facebook is just like, do we really need a reunion? Like, I can see why, you know? Yeah.
No. It's not going to enrich my life at all. It's
not
going to
What benefit will this add to me?
Yeah, it's not going to do anything for me. It's not going to do anything for anyone else to see me, too, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm going to show up, eat some food, hey, and leave. Yeah. I have an answer to the crayon debate.
Okay.
This is my friend John. He says, I say crayon, but everyone I work with says crowns. Ugh.
That upsets my stomach.
Yuck.
So, your friend is on the right path.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. I will keep him. This world is really starting to fall to pieces.
Okay, so one thing I want to bring up before this episode ends. What are your thoughts on she sheds?
She sheds? I guess I don't understand what they are.
My mom had to, like, inform me about them.
Yeah, I hear it, and is it like, it's like a shed in your yard? Basically,
where the women gets to keep all their crafts, do, like, their hobbies or whatever. Whatever. It's just like it's like a man cave for a woman, but outside of the house.
I mean, okay.
When my mom was
Why do I gotta be outside the house, though?
My mom was telling me about this, and I was pissed. Because I was just like... okay. My mom's house really isn't that big, really. But it's just like... They do have an extra bedroom that my nephews sleep in whenever they stay the night there. But it's just like, they're not there all the time. So why can't you create that into, like, your little own sanctuary, kind of?
Yeah.
Like, still keep the bed in there for the kids.
Yeah.
But, like, whenever they're not there, use that as your little getaway area.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to have, like, a shed? Like, I told her, like, this is completely sexist.
Like a shed, like a hot shed in the fucking sun. Like,
I would assume, like, it is cool or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, we make men, like, go out in the fucking garage, you know? Like, get out there. Get out to your garage.
They have fans blowing and whatnot. But yeah, so my mom was telling me, like, my stepdad won't let her have a she shed. And I'm just like, okay, so tell me exactly what
but he won't let her?
I guess, or something.
She wants one, he won't let her?
I guess.
No. Bullshit. Let Julie have one. Give Julie her fucking shed.
So, it's basically...
No. You're not my real dad. Give her a shed.
I don't know. They do have a shed in their backyard, but it's full of, like, junk and, like, whatever.
Junk they probably haven't touched in years. Get rid of it.
But I think she wants, like, you've seen that that one insurance commercial, like, Jeffrey, my she shed got someone set my she shed on fire or whatever. So I'm assuming it's something like put together rather than like a normal tin
like
shed.
A shack,
I guess,
in the backyard.
So, but I was telling her, explain this she shed to me, because I mean I've seen the commercial and whatnot, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And she says it's where you go to like do your crafts and hobbies and whatnot. And I'm just like,
yeah.
But outside of the house, that seems like I said, that's kind of sexist in my eyes. Like, you can't create the space in your house to where you can keep all your crafts and whatnot.
Well,
like, why do you have to make it outside?
Yeah.
And the fact that my stepdad won't let her have one is just...
that's the part that gets me riled up.
Yeah.
You won't let her?
I don't know. I don't like the idea of she sheds. I don't like the background behind it. I mean, I'm all for women pursuing their hobbies, doing whatever crafts they feel like doing. But the idea of a she shed just riles me up.
Because you want them to have the space. But
yeah, like why do they have to be kicked outside of the house? Why do they have to have a space outside of the house?
But like, if someone like genuinely does not have like the room,
well, then I mean that'll make sense. But my mom has the room.
Okay.
Like I said, my nephews aren't there all the time,
Yeah.
and even then, my nephew Trevor, I don't think he even sleeps in bed. I think he sleeps on the couch just for fun. And Wesley, he's still a baby enough to sleep in the crib next to their bed. Mm-hmm. So it's like their room is going.
I see. It sounds like you're being logical. Your mom is being logical.
I mean, okay, if
stepdad needs to relax.
If she really wants a she shed, go for it. I'm not in control of you, but I'm just saying that's wrong.
You should be able to utilize what the space in your house.
Yeah, like you pay the bills there too.
I mean, but like we do kick men out to the fucking garage. You know, granted, most of the things that you are gonna do in a garage, you can't do in like the spare bedroom. You know, you can't like work on your car.
But they also have man caves too.
I don't know. I hate the word man cave.
Yeah. I
hate she shed too. Stop doing hobbies. God. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I do hate the term she shed. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know.
So one last thing.
Man cave. I hate that more. God.
We're getting Erin upset.
I'm getting all fired up over
here. So one last thing before the episode ends, just something real quick. Something I noticed about barbers is that they have that little red, white, and blue spindly thing in front of their shops.
Yeah.
What's the point of it? What's the background?
Oh.
What's the background story?
I read about this once.
Please share, because I'm very curious. I saw it one day and I was just like, what is the point?
History of the barber pole. I actually read a book just like explaining everyday things, and this was like one of the topics. Okay. Here we go. So it's a type of sign used by barbers to signify the place or shop where they perform their craft. Duh. The trade sign is, by a tradition dating back to the Middle Ages, a staff or pole with a helix of colored stripes. You know, blah blah. We know it. We know what it looks like. Origin. What? Hold on. No, hold on. This is not what I read.
We're about to be breaking news here.
Hold on. Oh. Okay, so yuck. Okay, so during medieval times, a barber was actually someone who performed surgery and tooth extractions. And so the original pole had a brass wash basin at the top. The bottom, oh my god, I don't want to repeat this.
Oh my god.
The original pole had a brass wash basin at the top and bottom. The top was a vessel